Welcome to the Fluency English Podcast. Hi, everyone. This is the podcast where we practice listening with real conversations, skipping the complicated grammar rules for a while.
Hi guys, I'm Lucy.
And I'm David. So, Lucy, how are things today? Did you have a productive day or one of those days where everything feels a bit slow?
Mostly productive, I'd say. I had meetings all morning, one after another, and then I went for a run in the afternoon. But to be honest, I'm a little sleepy right now.
Let me guess, you stayed up too late watching something?
Guilty. I stayed up way too late watching a series. I told myself I'd watch just one episode, and you know how that goes.
Yeah, that's a dangerous promise. One episode almost never stays as one episode.
Exactly. Suddenly it's midnight and you're thinking, why did I do this to myself?
So, would you say that was a bit of procrastination?
Just a little. Okay, maybe more than a little. But it was a good show, so I tried to justify it in my head.
That inner voice is very creative when it wants to avoid responsibility.
Very creative. But even so, I'm really happy to be here chatting with our listeners today.
Same here. I always enjoy these conversations, especially because they help people improve their English in a natural way, just by listening.
And without feeling like they're in a classroom.
Exactly. So, shall we jump into today's topic?
Yes, let's do it. Before we waste any more of their time, right?
That's actually perfect, because today we're talking about something very important, not wasting your life.
Wow, that sounds very dramatic when you say it like that.
A little dramatic maybe, but very real. People always say time is money, but I don't really like that phrase.
Me neither.
Money can be earned again, time can't. Time is life, and when you waste hours, you're not just losing minutes, you're losing pieces of your life.
When you put it that way, it does feel a bit scary, but I think it's also empowering.
How so?
Because if time is life, then how you use your time really matters. And the good news is that we can change how we use it.
Exactly. And don't worry, this conversation is not about feeling guilty or stressed. It's about becoming more aware.
And about small changes, not extreme ones.
Before we go deeper, we want to ask something very simple.
If this podcast helps you, even a little bit, please like it and subscribe.
And maybe share it with a friend. You know, that friend who always says, I have no time to study English.
But somehow has time to scroll on Instagram for 2 hours?
We all know that friend.
Sometimes we are that friend.
True. So, Lucy, let me ask you something. In simple words, how would you define wasting time?
For me, wasting time is spending your energy on things that don't give you value or joy. It's not about being busy all day, it's about whether the activity actually helps you or makes you feel good.
I really like that definition. It's not about doing nothing, it's about doing things that don't serve you.
Exactly. You can be busy all day and still waste time.
That reminds me of an image I like. Imagine you have a glass of juice.
Okay.
You have a limited amount. If you drink it, great. But if you spill it on the ground, you can't drink it later.
Time is like that juice.
Yes, once it's gone forever.
And usually, when you waste time, you feel it afterwards.
That feeling of regret.
You think, why did I do that? Why did I spend an hour watching random videos?
Speaking of that, I have a confession.
Uh-oh, go on.
Last week, I was tired from work. I told myself, I'll just take 5 minutes to relax.
Famous last words.
Exactly. I sat on the couch, opened an app, and started scrolling.
Let me guess, it wasn't 5 minutes.
Not even close. When I looked at the clock again, an hour and a half had passed.
Wow, that's a very long 5 minutes.
And the worst part wasn't the time itself, it was how I felt after.
Drained?
Completely. I felt tired, guilty, and motivated. It felt like the time just slipped through my fingers, like water.
That image really describes it well. Time slipping through your fingers.
After that day, I realized something had to change.
You decided to be more intentional.
Yes, intentional is a very important word here.
It means doing things on purpose, not by accident.
Exactly. And being intentional is especially important when learning English.
Because if you're not intentional, days pass, weeks pass, and nothing changes.
That's why we want to share some simple ideas that really help people use their time better, especially for English learning.
Let's start with the first one. Create a micro plan.
A micro plan. I love that idea. It sounds small and friendly.
That's the point. A micro plan is a very small, very clear plan.
Like a tiny goal.
Yes, think about a map. If you don't choose a destination, you just drive around.
You waste gas, time, and energy.
Exactly. Many students say, I want to improve my English.
That sounds good, but it's very vague.
Vague means not specific.
Right. Your brain doesn't know what to do with that.
Instead, make it very small and clear. For example, today I will learn 3 new verbs.
Or I will listen to a podcast for 10 minutes.
When the goal is small, it feels possible.
I experienced this when I was learning Spanish.
What did you do?
I tried to study for 1 hour and I always failed, but when I said, I'll study for 15 minutes, it felt easy.
And you did it more often.
Almost every day, because the goal wasn't scary.
That's the power of micro plans.
Okay, what's the second tip?
Tip number 2, use your spare minutes.
I've heard this called pocket time.
Yes, I love that phrase. Imagine your time like loose coins in your pocket.
You might not have big bills, like an hour, but you have many small coins.
5 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Waiting for the bus, waiting for water to boil.
Standing in line at the store.
Most people throw those minutes away.
They check their phones without thinking.
But if you use those minutes intentionally,
They add up.
a lot.
They really do add up. 5 minutes doesn't sound like much, but when you collect many 5-minute moments, you suddenly have real study time.
And the best part is that those minutes already exist. You're not creating extra time, you're just using it better.
Exactly. People often say, I don't have time, but usually they mean, I don't have big blocks of time.
And that's okay. Most people don't.
I know someone, a very busy mom, who learned English almost completely with these spare minutes.
Really?
Yes, she didn't have 1 free hour, but she had 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, while waiting, while walking, while cooking.
That's a great example. It shows that progress doesn't need perfect conditions
It just needs consistency.
and intention.
Exactly. Now, let's move to the third tip because this one is very important.
Tip number 3, make it enjoyable.
This one sounds obvious, but many people ignore it.
They treat English like a punishment.
Yes, like something they have to do, not something they want to do.
And when something feels like punishment, what happens?
You avoid it or you quit.
That's how the brain works.
If your brain connects English with stress and boredom, it will resist every time.
So the question is, how do we make English enjoyable?
The answer is simple. Connect it to your real interests.
Your hobbies.
Yes, if you like music, use music. If you like cooking, use cooking. If you like sports, use sports.
English doesn't have to be separate from your life.
It should be part of it.
For me, movies helped a lot.
How so?
I love movies and series. At first, watching in English was hard.
I remember that stage.
But little by little, it became fun. I started understanding jokes without reading subtitles.
That feeling is amazing.
It feels like a small victory.
And those small victories create motivation.
Real motivation, not fake motivation.
Yes, motivation that comes from progress.
That's very different from forcing yourself.
Now let's talk about a more serious topic.
Tip number 4.
Watch out for time bandits.
Time bandits. I love that expression.
Me too. They're like thieves.
They steal your time without you noticing.
And usually they don't give anything back.
Social media is the biggest one.
Definitely. You open an app for 1 minute.
And suddenly it's midnight.
It's scary how fast that happens.
And the worst part is how you feel afterwards.
Empty, drained.
And sometimes disappointed with yourself.
That's why protecting your focus is so important.
Focus is fragile.
Very fragile.
What do you do to protect your focus?
When I need to study or work, I put my phone in a drawer.
Physically?
Yes, out of sight, out of mind.
That's a great strategy.
If the phone is next to me, I will touch it. I know myself.
That's honest.
We're not weak, we're human.
Exactly. The apps are designed to keep our attention.
So we need to design our environment to help us.
That's a very important idea.
Don't fight your brain, help it.
Let me ask you something, Lucy. Does not wasting time mean working all the time?
No, and I'm very glad you asked that.
Because many people misunderstand this.
Resting is not wasting time.
Say that again.
Resting is not wasting time.
That's crucial.
Think about your phone battery.
If you never charge it, it dies.
Humans are the same. If you try to study when you're exhausted, nothing stays in your mind.
But when you rest, sleep, and come back fresh,
Learning is faster.
and easier.
So rest is part of productivity.
Yes, balance is key.
Too much work burns you out. Too much rest makes you lazy.
The right mix is what we want.
And that mix is different for everyone.
That's an important point.
You need to listen to yourself.
Now, before we continue, let's quickly review some useful words we used today.
Good idea.
First, intentional.
Doing something on purpose with a clear goal.
Then, vague.
Something unclear, not specific.
We also talked about distracted.
When your attention moves away from what you're doing.
And time bandit or time thief.
Something that steals your time without giving value back.
We also use the word invest.
When you invest time in English, you're building your future.
You're not losing time.
You're growing.
Let's bring this back to the listener.
Yes,
If you're listening right now, we don't want you to change your whole life today.
just one small thing.
Pick one tiny goal.
Use one spare minute.
Make it enjoyable.
Protect that time.
And be kind to yourself.
That last one is very important.
Being your own coach is much better than being your own critic.
When you talk to yourself kindly, learning becomes lighter.
And when learning is lighter, you continue.
That's how real progress happens.
We've talked a lot about time today,
But really, we're talking about life
how you choose to use it.
and how small choices shape big results.
Let's keep going and talk more about that.
You know, David, when we talk about time and small choices, I always think about how invisible progress is.
That's such a good point. Most progress happens quietly.
Yes, people expect a big moment, a big change, but it rarely works like that.
Usually it's small actions repeated over and over,
And because they're small, people think they don't matter.
until one day they look back and realize how far they've come.
Exactly. And that's why many people quit too early.
Because they don't feel the progress yet.
They say, I've been studying for weeks and nothing changed.
But something is changing. It's just happening under the surface.
Like going to the gym.
Perfect example.
You don't see results after 2 days.
But if you stop after 2 days, you'll never see them.
Language learning is exactly the same.
And introductions are a great example of this.
How so?
The first time you introduce yourself in English, it feels terrible.
Very uncomfortable.
The second time, still uncomfortable.
But maybe a little less.
And then, after many times, something changes.
You stop shaking.
You stop rushing.
You stop apologizing for your English.
That's a huge step.
It is. Many learners apologize all the time.
Sorry for my English.
Yes, and that apology comes from insecurity.
When you stop apologizing, it means you're accepting yourself.
And acceptance creates confidence.
Let's talk about another important idea: comparison.
Ah, yes, comparison is dangerous.
Many learners compare themselves to native speakers.
Or to people who are much more advanced.
And that comparison kills motivation.
because it's unfair.
Very unfair.
You don't see how long that person studied.
Or how many mistakes they made.
You only see the result.
That's why comparison is a trap.
A better comparison is with your past self,
Yes, who you were 3 months ago.
or 6 months ago.
That comparison shows real progress.
And it feels encouraging.
Encouragement is fuel.
Without it, people stop.
Let's talk about fear again, because fear shows up in many forms.
Sometimes fear looks like procrastination,
Or perfectionism.
or avoiding situations where you have to speak.
Fear is very creative.
Very.
But fear doesn't mean you're weak.
It means you care.
Exactly.
The problem is not fear itself.
The problem is letting fear decide for you.
When fear decides, you stay silent.
And silence doesn't help you grow.
Action does.
Even small action.
Especially small action.
Let's talk about routines.
Routines are powerful.
They remove decision-making.
Yes, you don't ask, should I study today?
You just do it.
Like brushing your teeth.
That example always works.
Because nobody waits for motivation to brush their teeth.
It's just part of life.
When English becomes part of your routine, it stops being stressful.
And routines don't need to be long.
5 minutes is enough.
5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week.
Much better.
Because habits grow with repetition, not intensity.
That's an important lesson.
Many people burn out because they start too strong.
They try to change everything at once.
And that never lasts.
Slow change lasts.
Let's talk about environment again.
Environment shapes behavior. If your environment is full of distractions, learning is harder.
That's why small changes help a lot.
Like studying in the same place every day.
Or removing distractions from that place.
Your brain learns this is English time.
And it switches modes faster.
That saves energy.
Energy is important.
Because learning takes energy.
Let's talk about something emotional again. Guilt.
Guilt is heavy.
Many learners feel guilty when they miss a day
And then they quit.
because they think they failed.
But missing one day is not failure.
Quitting is.
Exactly.
A healthy mindset is saying, okay, I missed a day. I continue tomorrow.
No drama.
No punishment.
Just continue.
That mindset keeps people going,
And consistency is what creates fluency.
not perfection.
Never perfection.
Let's connect this to real life again.
Okay.
When you use English in real situations, confidence grows faster.
Because it feels meaningful.
Yes, English stops being an exercise.
It becomes communication.
Communication has emotion.
And emotion helps memory.
That's why people remember real conversations more than exercises.
Absolutely.
If someone listening feels overwhelmed right now, what would you say?
I would say slow down. You don't need to do everything.
Pick one thing,
One habit.
one small change.
And build from there.
That's how big change happens.
One small decision at a time.
We've talked about many ideas so far,
Time, habits, fear, enjoyment.
and they all connect.
Yes, they all come back to one idea.
Being intentional with your life.
And with your English.
Let's keep this conversation going and bring everything together.
You know, David, listening to everything we talked about today, I realized something. Most people don't waste time because they want to. They waste time because they don't notice it.
That's very true. It happens quietly.
Yes, one day looks normal, then another, and suddenly months pass.
And when you look back, you think, what did I actually do with that time?
That question can be uncomfortable.
But it can also be very powerful.
Because awareness is the first step to change.
Exactly. You can't fix something you don't see.
I think many listeners are starting to see small patterns in their own lives right now.
And that's a good thing.
Not to judge themselves, but to understand themselves better.
Understanding yourself is a form of intelligence.
And it helps you make better choices.
Let's talk about choice for a moment.
Okay?
Every day is made of choices.
Very small ones.
Scroll or study. Delay or start. Avoid or try.
And none of these choices feel important alone, but together they shape your life.
That's the part people forget.
They think one choice doesn't matter.
But repetition makes it matter.
Exactly. I like to think of it like direction.
Go on.
If you take one step in the wrong direction, it's not a big problem.
But if you keep walking that way,
You end up very far from where you wanted to be.
that's a great way to explain it.
The same is true for learning English.
Small choices, repeated, create fluency.
Or stagnation.
And the difference is often invisible in the beginning.
Until it's not.
Let's talk about motivation again, but in a realistic way.
Motivation is tricky.
Very.
People wait for motivation to start.
But motivation usually comes after action.
Yes, you act first, then motivation follows.
That's how real life works.
Waiting for motivation is like waiting for the weather to be perfect.
You might wait forever,
But if you act anyway, you build momentum.
and momentum makes things easier.
One small action today makes tomorrow easier.
That's something people don't realize.
Today's effort is a gift to your future self.
I love that idea.
You're helping the version of you who will wake up tomorrow.
And that future version will thank you.
Maybe not immediately.
But eventually.
Let's talk about self-talk again.
That inner conversation is powerful.
Yes, how you talk to yourself shapes your experience.
If you tell yourself, I'm bad at English, your brain listens.
And it believes it.
But if you say, I'm learning, something changes.
It feels lighter, more open.
Language is not just words, it's identity.
And changing identity takes time.
But it starts with awareness,
And kindness.
especially kindness.
Many learners are very kind to others, but very hard on themselves.
That inner pressure makes learning heavier than it needs to be.
Learning should challenge you, but not hurt you.
That's an important difference. Let's talk about rest one more time.
Rest deserves more respect.
It really does.
Rest is not laziness.
It's recovery.
When you rest, your brain processes what you learned.
That's when learning becomes permanent,
So rest is part of the learning process.
not the opposite of it.
Balance is what keeps people going long term.
And long-term thinking is essential for language learning.
English is not a short project,
It's a life skill,
and life skills take time.
but they also give a lot back.
Confidence, opportunities, connection,
And freedom.
freedom to express yourself,
Freedom to participate.
freedom to be part of conversations.
That freedom is worth the effort.
Very much.
If someone listening right now feels overwhelmed, what's the one thing you'd tell them?
I'd tell them to pause and breathe.
Good advice.
Then choose one small thing they can do today.
Not tomorrow.
Today.
Even 5 minutes.
Especially 5 minutes.
Because 5 minutes is how habits are born.
And habits change lives.
Slowly, but deeply.
We talked a lot about not wasting time today.
But really, we talked about using time with intention.
And with respect.
Respect for yourself.
Respect for your goals.
And respect for your future.
If you're still listening, that already says something about you.
It means you care.
And caring is the first step to change.
You didn't waste this time.
You invested it.
In your listening.
In your mindset.
And in your future English.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
We really appreciate it.
Keep being curious.
Keep being patient.
And keep showing up.
This has been the Fluency English Podcast.
Take care, everyone.
See you next time. Bye.